Audrey made the histogram at right to show her recent bowling scores. How many games did she play in total? So let's see, we have 1, 2, 1, 6, 5, 1. 1, 3, 4, 10, 15, 16. Between what two values did most of her scores fall? So most of her scores, she had, oh sorry, this is not 5, this should be 3, which should make this 14. Most of her scores fell between 110 and 120. What portion of her scores fell between 130 and 140? So a portion means a percentage. So 3 out of 14 fell between 130 and 140. So if that's a percentage, then we want to calculate the decimal. So I'm going to use a calculator for that. So we want to do 3 divided by 14, which is 21%, 21.4% of her scores. Mark's scores on his first 9 assessments were right here. What are the median and range of his scores? So in order to find the median, I need to put them in order. So we've got 8, 8, 1, 2, 3 9s, 1, 2, 3, 9, 9, 9, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 10s, 10, 10, 10, 10. So to find the median, I'm going to cross them off, 8 and 10, 8 and 10, 9 and 10, 9 and 10. So 9 is the median. The range is the maximum minus the minimum. So that's 10 minus 8 is 2. What's the mean of his score? Show how you figured it out. So I'm going to add them together. 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 8. So it's really 8 times 2 is 16 plus 9 times 3 is 27 plus 10 times 4 is 40. So 16 plus 27 plus 40 is 83. And then we have to take 83 and divide by the number of scores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 83 divided by 9 is 9.2. Mark did not do the 10th assessment, so he got a 0 on it. What is his new mean? Show your work. So I'm going to add them all together again. This time I'm going to add in a 0. So my score, the number, is still 83, but this time we divide by 10. Before we divided by 9 because we had 9 assessments, but this time we have 10 assessments. So 83 divided by 10 is 8.3. So just because he didn't do that, it lowered his grade from lowered his average from a 9.2 to an 8.3. Find an equation that represents the information below. Use the steps to help you. Identify the x-intercepts. So here the x-intercepts are x equals -3 and x equals 1. So the equation in factored form would be y equals a times x plus 3 times x minus 1. Use a point on the parabola to solve for a. So let's see, I'm going to use the y-intercept, which is right here. It's 0, -3. So I'm going to plug in -3 for y equals a times 0 for x, 0 plus 3 times 0 minus 1. -3 equals a times 3 minus 1. -3 equals a times -3. So a just equals 1. So the final equation is y equals x plus 3 times x minus 1. For this table, I'll identify the x-intercepts. That's when y equals 0. So that's right here and right there. So x equals -2 and x equals +2. So the factored form equation is y equals a times x plus 2 times x minus 2. A point on the parabola, so I'm going to use this one. -4 for y equals a times 0 for x, so 0 plus 2 times 0 minus 2. -4 equals a times 2 times -2. -4 equals a times -4, so a equals 1. So y equals x plus 2 times x minus 2. Solve the following problem using any method. You should probably draw a diagram to help you solve it. The length of a rectangle is 5 centimeters longer than twice its width. The area is this. What is the width? So we've got this rectangle, and we've got width and length. If we call the width W, the length of the rectangle is 5 centimeters longer, so that's plus 5, then twice its width, so 2W plus 5. The area is 403 centimeters squared. So I know that to find the area, I have to multiply length times width. So the area equals length times width. So the area 403 equals the length times the width. So W times 2W plus 5. So this is a quadratic equation. So in order to solve it, first I'm going to distribute the W here. So I get 403 equals 2W squared plus 5W. Now I need to make it equal to 0. So subtract 403. So I get 0 equals 2W squared plus 5W minus 403. Since I've got a really big number here, I'm going to use the quadratic formula. X equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. So I've got a is 2, b is 5, c is -403. So x equals -b, -5, plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 2 times -403, all divided by 2 times 2, which is -5 plus or minus the square root of 25. -4 times -403 times 2 is positive, let's see, 4, let's see, I want 4 times 2 times 403 is 3,224, all divided by 4. So that's -5 plus or minus the square root of 3,249 divided by 4. The square root of 3,249 is 57. So x equals -5 plus or minus 57 divided by 4. So x equals -5 plus 57 divided by 4, and x equals -5 minus 57 divided by 4. So 57 plus -5 is 52 divided by 4. 48 divided by 4 is 12, so 52 divided by 4 is 13. -5 minus 57 is -62 divided by 4. And then 62 divided by 4 is 15.5. So it's -15.5. So we want to know what is the width. So our x actually was a w, the width, w. It's impossible to have a negative width, right? We can't have that. So that number doesn't make sense. So 13 is the width.